At just 15 years old, most teenagers are navigating school, friendships, and the earliest stirrings of independence. But for her, life had already taken a dramatic and terrifying turn. In the midst of World War II, she made a choice that few adults could even imagine. She lied about her age to serve on the front lines as a nurse. The war was raging. Cities were being bombed, and the hospitals were overflowing with the wounded and the dying. Yet, despite the fear and the danger, she refused to stand by while others suffered. She wanted to help, to make a difference, and she was determined to be part of the effort, no matter the personal cost. Her youth did not diminish her courage. If anything, it made her determination even more remarkable. Imagine a 15-year-old stepping into a war zone, where every day brings uncertainty, destruction, and grief, and choosing to face it head-on with the unwavering belief that she could save lives. That level of bravery, that willingness to put herself in harm's way at such an age, is almost unimaginable today. The challenges she faced were immense. Hospitals were under constant threat, and frontline medical units were often makeshift, set up wherever space could be found. She worked long hours in environments that were chaotic and emotionally draining. The cries of the wounded, the smell of antiseptic and blood, the constant influx of soldiers with injuries both visible and invisible. She experienced it all while barely old enough to be called a teenager. Yet, she adapted quickly, learning to stabilize patients, administer critical care, and provide comfort to those who were terrified or in agony. Every action required not only skill but emotional resilience. For someone so young, witnessing the horrors of war day after day could have been overwhelming, but she persevered. She absorbed the trauma silently, focusing on what she could do to help. In her hands, bandages were more than cloth. They were instruments of hope, small shields against the chaos surrounding her. Her courage was not only in her actions but in her ability to confront fear head-on. Bombings were frequent, and frontline nurses often had to treat casualties under fire, moving patients through rubble, dodging danger, and making split-second decisions that could mean life or death. Each day, she risked her own life, driven by a sense of duty that far outweighed the instinct for self-preservation. It was more than just bravery. It was a profound moral commitment. She understood that the wounded depended on her, that every second mattered, and that hesitation could cost lives. And so, despite being just 15, she met each challenge with a resolve that inspired those around her. Older nurses, doctors, and soldiers alike. What makes her story truly extraordinary is not just the danger she faced but the sheer determination she exhibited in an environment where fear was constant and survival uncertain. She exemplified a courage that went beyond her years, showing that heroism is not measured by age but by heart and conviction. Her actions remind us that even in the darkest times, individuals, no matter how young, can rise above fear and make an incredible impact. By stepping into the front line at 15, she not only helped save countless lives but also demonstrated a level of bravery and selflessness that continues to inspire generations. Her story is a testament to what can happen when youthful determination meets extraordinary circumstances, and it forces us to reconsider what we think we know about courage and sacrifice. Her story doesn't end with the courage she displayed on the front lines. The impact of her actions stretched far beyond the immediate battles she faced. Each life she touched, each soldier she treated, and each moment she spent tending to the wounded added up to a profound legacy that went well beyond the battlefield. Even at 15, her work saved countless lives, giving injured soldiers the care they desperately needed when it mattered most. Hospitals were overcrowded, resources were scarce, and every decision could have life or death consequences. Yet she performed her duties with precision, empathy, and a quiet determination that left a lasting impression on everyone around her. The soldiers she treated remembered her not only for the care she gave but for the comfort she offered in moments of pain and fear. In an environment dominated by chaos, destruction, and uncertainty, she became a beacon of hope, proving that even one person, no matter how young, could make a tangible difference. Her legacy is also tied to the broader story of women's contributions during the war. At a time when society often underestimated young women, especially teenagers, she demonstrated that age and gender were not limitations when it came to courage and capability. By stepping into roles traditionally reserved for older, trained adults, she challenged assumptions and helped pave the way for future generations of women in medicine, the military, and other fields of service. Her determination showed that ability and dedication mattered far more than age or status. and it inspired others to step forward in ways they might not have thought possible. She became part of a larger narrative of young women who, in countless small and large acts, carried the weight of the war effort on their shoulders, proving that heroism often comes from the most unexpected places. Beyond the immediate outcomes of her work, her story carries an emotional and cultural legacy. It reminds us of the resilience of youth and the extraordinary lengths people will go to in service of others. It forces us to reflect on the sacrifices made by those whose names are not always recorded in history books but whose actions shaped the lives of countless others. Her bravery and skill saved lives on the front line. But her story also preserves the memory of the human cost of war. The fear, the exhaustion, and the heartbreak that came with each passing day. It is a testament not only to what she accomplished but to the countless others who stood beside her, often unnoticed, performing their duties under unimaginable circumstances. By remembering her story, we honor the courage and dedication of all those who served in similar roles, often in silence, during one of the most devastating conflicts in human history. Her influence stretches into the present as well, as her story continues to inspire and educate. Today, young people, aspiring nurses, and those learning about World War II can look to her example and see that courage, compassion, and determination are timeless qualities. Her life reminds us that age does not limit impact and that even the smallest actions, when guided by dedication and empathy, can create ripples that extend far beyond a single moment or location. In classrooms, documentaries, and personal narratives, she stands as a symbol of perseverance. A reminder that bravery is not always measured by medals or ranks but by the quiet, relentless commitment to helping others in the face of overwhelming odds. Ultimately, her legacy is a blend of heroism, inspiration, and humanity. She proved that one person's courage can affect countless lives, that youth is no barrier to meaningful contribution, and that selflessness in the darkest times can leave a mark that endures long after the conflict has ended. By stepping forward at 15, she not only changed the course of lives in her immediate surroundings but also left a lasting imprint on history itself. A story of resilience and compassion that continues to resonate and inspire to this day.